Well, all you'll do is you'll take the Panasonic out, put in the Samsung, plug in that HDMI cable, and you're going to want to plug it into the one that has ARC labeled on it, which one of those ports will. That's the return, audio return channel. And then it should just work absolutely the same way. That's assuming that the Panasonic uses HDMI. 10 years old probably does. Do you know?
Yeah, but one of the reasons I need to replace it is it's old enough that I can't get any of the internet programs through it or streaming.
Yeah, your new Samsung will work just fine.
Okay. Oh, good.
So as long as you're using HDMI, which you probably are, there are other ways, in other words, to connect that receiver to your TV that might be different. But if it's using an HDMI cable coming from the Onkyo into the TV, all you do is just swap TVs and it'll all work exactly the same.
Oh, wow, that just made it easy. So that receiver's still going to be good. It's not too old or incompatible or anything
Well,
like
I don't know how old it is, but...
it's a TX 608.
608. So it doesn't do 4K. So your new TV supports 4K, which looks great. But and in anything you watch on the TV using the smart TV, which it sounds like you're doing, like your Netflix or whatever, that'll be fine. Because the Onkyo's just taking the sound. It's not doing anything with the video. Do you have any devices going into the Onkyo, like a Roku or an Apple TV or a DVD player, anything like that?
DVD player.
Okay. That doesn't do 4K yet either. So if at some point you said, I want to watch these new high fidelity UHD Blu-rays, you'd have to get a new player, and then it would be incompatible with the Panasonic. You wouldn't be able to see 4K through the Panasonic. But that's down the road. This is the problem with sometimes when you go to 4K, there's this, I call it the upgrade cascade. Because not only now do you, okay, you got a TV that looks great, but everything going into it's got to be 4K too. But you get around that by using the TV for your 4K streaming. I take it that's what you do. What other sources go into the Onkyo? Is there a cable box?
Yes, it's a satellite.
Yeah, so that's not 4K. So you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
So it's the Samsung that I'm looking at, and my Blu-ray player is, I can't see
it. It's HD. It's not a UHD player.
So I'm not streaming anything now because the Panasonic's not accepting it. So I'm just reading regular satellite TV, period.
From your TV, you're saying?
Right, that's all I watch.
Yeah.
Because
so you have a smart...
TV's not supporting this anymore. Your TV's not supporting this anymore.
Oh.
They're all gone now.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about smart TVs. It sounds like, I don't know about this Panasonic, Scott, but it sounds like they stopped updating it. 10 years old, it's not smart. Yeah. It's getting dumb.
Well, it's getting dumb, right. The other question I have, though, is does the Onkyo receiver have ARC? That's because if it doesn't, it's 10 years old. It might or might not.
Well, somehow she's getting it to work with the Panasonic.
Yeah.
Panasonic doesn't have ARC probably.
Oh, so maybe you think there's an optical cable connecting the two?
There may be. I don't know.
There's an optical cable for something.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. So that's coming out of your TV and going into the Onkyo. But so you need to make sure that the Samsung supports optical out.
Which it probably does.
Almost a lot of TVs do, although lately I've been hearing some TVs don't. So let's see, HDMI. I'm looking at what the specs are on the Onkyo 608, the STX SRS 608. I think you're going to be fine.
Okay.
What you want to essentially do is duplicate the setup. So whatever's going into the Panasonic right now, hold those wires in your hand. You're going to have somebody install this, right?
Oh, there's a mess of wires behind the console, yes.
Is somebody going to come in and install this? Yeah. Is somebody going to come and install this for you?
No, I'm too far out in the country. They won't do it.
You're going to have to lift this old TV off? What are you going to...
I'll get someone to help me lift it off.
Okay.
Yeah,
so what you want to look at, there will be probably 3 different wires going into the TV. A plug, obviously, power. You're going to take that out because you're going to use the Samsung. There'll be a HDMI coming from the Onkyo. That's just video. And then there's probably going to be a skinny little optical cable going into the TV. That goes back to the Onkyo. That's the audio. That needs to go in the back of your TV as well, so that your TV can feed the audio back to the Onkyo, so it can play it through the speakers.
Okay, thank you. So if all of that doesn't work, is there a sound bar that would be...
It will work the same way. You keep what you've got. You've got great speakers. You've got a great setup. It's working well for you.
Yep.
There's no reason to downgrade to a sound bar. It won't be. It actually will not be simpler.
Oh,
It'll be the same.
okay.
So essentially what you have to figure out is how is audio getting to the Onkyo, and you have to duplicate that.
From the TV.
From the TV. And my guess it's coming from the optical cable. Because you're going to watch all your streaming stuff through the TV, I take it.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's good, because that really simplifies it. So your TV is going to display 4K because it's going to get 4K from, let's say, Netflix. And then, so it's going to display it just fine. Your Onkyo won't know what to do with that video, but it doesn't have to see the video. It will only be seeing the audio, and that you'll get from an optical out on the TV. I would verify that particular Samsung has optical out. I'm sure it does, but just make sure.
I made a note. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You got the A-team on this one. Scott's here to help.
Shoot.
Sorry, Matt, my pleasure.
Our pleasure, Laura. Thanks for the call. And you know what? If it doesn't work, call me back. I promise you we can get it working.
Oh, good. Okay, thank you.
I'm your consultant here.
I might even call you back if it does work, so thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Laura. Thank yous are always welcome. And thank you, Scott. I appreciate it. Leo Laporte, VTech Out. Take a little short break. Come back. More calls still to come. Don't you go anywhere.
At a prestigious consumer electronics show, the winner for best product might surprise you, because it went to technology found in a mattress. Sit and Sleep introduces the new Smart Life mattress by King Coil.
Inside every Smart Life is something revolutionary. 80 patented smart cells that cradle you with personalized support and let you and your sleep partner adjust your comfort level.
Smart Life even has a feature Sleep Number doesn't, a soothing relaxation mode that massages you to sleep or gently wakes you up in the morning.
Before you buy a Sleep Number bed, you owe it to yourself to try Smart Life's revolutionary smart cell technology. Stop by any Sit and Sleep or make an appointment today, where you can shop safely with your own personal protector to lay on.
And Sit and Sleep will deliver, set up, and remove your old mattress for free. So for the latest innovations in sleep, make the smart move. Try the new Smart Life mattress from King Coil at Sit and Sleep today.
Adventurers wanted at La Mesa RV. Your search for a sleek, maneuverable adventure van is made easy at La Mesa RV. Our selection of top names like Winnebago, Pleasureway, Storyteller, and Jayco are in stock and ready to go. Get off the grid comfortably in a Mercedes, Ford, or Dodge-powered adventure van equipped with a range of amenities. Save thousands now and drive away in the adventure van you've been searching for. Your adventure van source is an easy drive to San Diego. La Mesa RV.
Portions of the following program will be recorded.
This is KFI AM 640.
Just cleaning up the radio station after hours.
Scary.
I've seen ghosts. Sometimes people's food disappears from the refrigerator. It's a nightmare.
KFI.
KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Clear it or pay cash. I'm Amy King, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. The Port of LA has a plan to clear an estimated 40% of the cargo that's been sitting around waiting to be picked up.
A $100 dwell fee will be charged per container per day starting Monday. For each truck-bound container sitting more than 9 days, that increases $100 each day, potentially costing shippers millions every day.
I hope the program is resoundingly unsuccessful, because if we don't collect the money, that means the cargo is moving.
Port of LA Executive Director Dean Soroka says because of this, companies that weren't speaking up to help fix the supply chain crisis are now looking for solutions.
We need to get products to market for the holidays, to our hospitals, and to our factories throughout the country.
In LA, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
The LAPD says so far this year, a third of all homicides in the city have happened in South LA.
Commander Lou Paliolonga says so far this year there have been 23,811 violent crimes in LA.
And I'm sad to say that 7,272 of those victims were here in Operation South Bureau. That's 30% of the city's crime victims were right here in this bureau.
Paliolonga says the pandemic and isolation were factors, and crimes with guns are also on the rise, most of which, he says, are gang-related. In South LA, Steve Gregory, KFI News.
Halloween weekend is here, and some people say they're scared.
Spiders and snakes. Creepy looking things, that's all I'm gonna say.
CDC says it's okay to celebrate Halloween this year since most events are outdoors. Doctors are concerned about COVID during the winter season. Centura Health Doctor Stephen Cobb says respiratory illnesses go up normally during the winter.
It's going to be interesting to see what kind of respiratory season that we have this year. We've shown as a community that if we do certain things like social distancing and masking and good copious hand washing, we can almost eliminate respiratory season. So a lot's going to depend on our behavior.
Cobb says it's more important than ever this year for people to get a flu shot. Vice President Harris has received her COVID-19 booster shot in D.C.
We've all seen the videos of folks who are in an ICU bed who were not vaccinated, with tears, begging people, including their family members, to get vaccinated.
Harris got her first dose of the Moderna vaccine in December of last year and her second dose in January. G20 summit officials have backed President Biden's global tax proposal. Earlier today, the world leaders from 20 countries with the largest economy signed off on Biden's call for a 15% global minimum tax on corporations. Italy's Prime Minister Mario Draghi says the agreement will lead to a more fair and more effective international tax system. The proposed minimum tax will be charged to multinational corporations, which will pay taxes in countries where the companies do business.
Here I am! Santa's coming to town! Oh my God! Santa here? I know him.
Actor Will Ferrell says not even $29 million could convince him to return to his role as Buddy in Elf, or for an Elf sequel. Ferrell says he turned down the offer to do the project because he couldn't promote a movie he didn't think would be good. Ferrell also said in the past that he's not interested in squeezing into the Elf types again. Elf was released in 2003. It's one of the most successful Christmas movies ever. And a good one, too. Pedro Moreno, what's going on the road?
On the 210, that's eastbound in Fillmart, you'll see a crash blocking the middle lane at Hubbard Street, and it's causing some heavy traffic from Polk Street. Downtown LA on the 101 northbound at Broadway, watch out for a stalled car blocking the second lane from the right. Your drive is jammed from 1st Street. And then Long Beach on the 710 northbound just before Del Amo Boulevard, a stalled car is stuck in the left lane. You'll see some stop-and-go traffic from the 405. KFI and the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Pedro Moreno.
If you thought you missed the lowest mortgage rates in history, you're in luck because they're back. Mortgage rates are near historic lows again. So if you have a mortgage, refinance it and forget it. You'll never have to worry about refinancing again. Network Capital Funding is offering a low 15-year fixed rate at 1.875% with a 2.01 APR. Incredible! Network Capital has built a reputation for saving people time and money with our unique process that's fast, simple, and secure. Our 15-year fixed rate is 1.875% with a 2.01 APR. Second chances don't come often, and you may never see these rates again. So refinance it and forget it. That's a 15-year fixed rate at 1.875%. Yes, 1.875% with a 2.01 APR. Call the experts at Network Capital now. Call 800-500-1-HIT. 800-500-1-HIT. As in home run. Call now and save big on your refi. 800-500-1-HIT. 800-500-1448. NMLS ID 11712. Not licensed in all states. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Licensed by the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation and the Financing Law. Number 603-787. An equal opportunity lender. Rates subject to change and may not be available at rate law. Discount price may apply. Subject to credit approval. Call 800-500-1448 for additional cost information.
Want a new set of wheels without spending hours at car dealerships? Download the Roto app. That's R-O-D-O. You can browse thousands of vehicles from your phone, buy a car in minutes, and even have it delivered. Plus, Roto finds every discount available, so you know you're always getting the best price, with no hidden fees. Listen, if you're ready to buy a car, make it easy on yourself and go with Roto. Download the Roto app now or check out roto.com. That's ROTO.com.
Checking things off of your DMV to-do list is now a lot faster because now the DMV has made it even easier to take care of tasks online. It all starts there. Maybe you need to get your vehicle registration renewed or transfer a title. You can get it all done online from the comfort of your couch. So if you have DMV tasks, give yourself some time and get them done online. dmv.ca.gov. Ready when you are.
At a prestigious consumer electronics show, the winner for best product might surprise you because it went to technology found in a mattress. Sit and Sleep introduces the new Smart Life mattress by King Coil.
Inside every smart life is something revolutionary. 80 patented smart cells that cradle you with personalized support and let you and your sleep partner adjust your comfort level.
Smart Life even has a feature Sleep Number doesn't. A soothing relaxation mode that massages you to sleep or gently wakes you up in the morning.
Before you buy a Sleep Number bed, you owe it to yourself to try Smart Life's revolutionary smart cell technology. Stop by any Sit and Sleep or make an appointment today, where you can shop safely with your own personal protector to lay on.
And Sit and Sleep will deliver, set up, and remove your old mattress for free. So for the latest innovations in sleep, make the smart move. Try the new Smart Life mattress from King Coil at Sit and Sleep today.
Southland Weather from KFI, mostly sunny with clouds lingering at the beaches, highs in the mid-60s to about 70 at the coast, mid-70s for Metro LA and Inland OC, mid-70s to low 80s for the Valley and Inland Empire. Low clouds at the beaches spreading inland overnight with lows in the 50s. Cooler tomorrow for Halloween with highs in 60s to mid-70s. It's 64 in Yorba Linda, 71 Irvine, 63 in Carson, 64 in Huntington Beach. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Amy King.
Hey, how are you today? Leo Laporte, the tech guy here. Time to talk computers, the internet, home theater, digital photography, smartphones, smart watches, all that jazz. 8888 Ask Leo is my phone number, 888-827-5536. That's toll free from anywhere in the U.S. or Canada. If you're outside that area, you can still call us. Just, you have to use Skype to do it. But it should still be free. 88 Ask Leo. Let's go back to the phones. To Dalton, Georgia. Joseph on the line. Hi, Joseph.
Hi, it's the blind phone man from Dalton. How are you doing?
I am well. Nice to talk to you.
Glad to see you back.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. People say that, and I think they don't, mean it, but I honestly mean it. My wife's glad I'm back because she gets really tired of me doing 10-minute monologues in the middle of the night. Have I talked to you lately about how Excel can be used to keep track of your table settings? No, and I don't want to hear it. What can I do for you, Joseph?
Well, I had my experience with Windows 11, and even as a blind user, I haven't had a lot of trouble with it.
That's actually great to hear, because I am not, this is the topic of accessibility, which is, I think, really important in computing. Imagine, if you're blind and you couldn't compute, you'd be left out of the modern world in many respects. So there are a number of solutions like screen readers. There's even Braille screens, which are really remarkable, that allow people without sight to be able to use computers. But it's always a question. If this new technology, this new device, how's it going to work? And I'm not a good person to ask because even if I put on a blindfold, I can't really tell you. You need somebody who is blind and who's used these other technologies in the past. So I'm glad to hear you're trying the public beta of Windows 11. It's not out yet.
Right. No, nothing. I mean, the same thing, the Insider
Insider
channel or whatever.
Yeah.
And, the screen reader I'm using a lot is JAWS, but I also use one called NVDA, which is a free solution, and it actually worked better than JAWS did.
Nice.
In some respects.
Good to know.
They're working on updating JAWS, of course, but the NVDA people seem to be very quick and responsive, so I've had some experiences with it, and I finally ran into a problem. Most of the times I've played with Insider stuff, haven't really had too many problems, but I had the one that just cropped up, I guess, probably yesterday, the one where the face recognition stopped working.
Yeah.
And Turned out all you had to do was go into Device Manager and go into Biometric Devices and delete uninstall the biometric device that had to do with the camera, and it set it back up when it started working.
Yeah, the latest build perfluggered it, but yeah, I'm glad you found the fix. It's a pretty easy fix up there. Yeah.
That's a relief. One thing I've been meaning to ask you about for probably about 6 or 8 months or more, maybe. I noticed that OneDrive backs up your documents and backs up your pictures, which I find, that's logical. But the desktop I find a little bit strange because my desktop is where certain programs get shortcuts put in, but I don't have the same programs on each computer.
Right.
And it seems foolish to have shortcuts for everything because I might have 2 computers and they won't exactly be the same, and I don't, one may have Dropbox, one may not, and Dropbox for some reason places its shortcut on the user's desktop, not on the all users, but just on the regular desktop. So if you happen to use it on one machine and not on the other, if you just let OneDrive do its thing, you'll have Dropbox. It looks like Dropbox is on there. Of course, it isn't.
Because it backs up the icon, but not the program.
Right. I don't know why Microsoft. I guess maybe they thought people would have documents. Maybe some people put documents on.
I don't think it's that sophisticated. I think it just says, oh, you remember that alias on your desktop is just a file. It's a .lnk file. And so it sees the .lnk file and says, oh, he wants that backed up too. It doesn't check to see if that refers to anything. So, yeah, I think it's not like they're not thinking. This is just the default behaviors. You want to back up that folder? Good. Everything in it getting backed up. Doesn't matter if it's not connected to anything. I don't think there's a simple fix for that, except you could.
Oh, you just tell it not to do it.
Yeah, you could just say, don't back up LNK files,
No, I just don't back the desktop up.
Or you could do that.
The desktop doesn't have enough stuff on it to worry about.
You can, with OneDrive and any backup solution, you can exclude certain files. And if you exclude anything with a .lnk extension, it won't back them up. And so you could still back up. People put stuff, okay, here's the thing, and I don't recommend it. People put stuff on their desktop all the time.
Yes, that's why.
Yeah, of course that's why. And so it's just another folder. That's all it is. And the way Windows is set up is whatever's in that folder /desktop, we're going to put on, display on your desktop. I see people, it's amazing. You of course, you don't see, because these people don't have screen readers on their computer, so you'll never know. But there are people, and I see it all the time. They say, "Oh yeah, something's wrong with my browser." I say, "Well, let's close it." And they've never closed it, by the way. It's always been open. They close it. Suddenly their desktop is revealed, and it's just like a forest of icons. And I say, "Well, what's that?" They say, "Well, whenever I download something, I save it to my desktop because then I can find it." Except that you can't find anything in there. It's a mess. So it's just look, computers, it's not a native skill. And not everybody takes to it in the same way. And, there are people who have cluttered desktops. I might be one of them. In real life, maybe those people have cluttered desktops in their digital life.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So they have to back it up. If you want, you can tell iDrive or one